Welcome, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael Flecha, and welcome to this. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the preview of RWA's Thanksgiving Throwdown. The show's going to go down tonight at 7 p.m. Originally, it was supposed to be at the East Providence Recreational Center. However, there was some late breaking news that broke yesterday morning that the show was pulled from the East Providence Recreational Center due to security purposes and for the safety of the fans out there. The show was pulled from East Providence, and now it's going to be held in Providence, Rhode Island, at 681 Broadway. The RWA Chop Shop is the location of the show. There are tickets being sold right now. Only a limited amount of tickets. However, if you did get a ticket for the RWA Thanksgiving Throwdown at the East Providence Recreational Center, those tickets will still be honored. They will honor those tickets for that event tonight. I actually do have a ticket. I will be going to the show, so I will be giving you guys a full recap about it possibly tomorrow. With that said, the show has been altered a little bit. The matches are still set up as is. However, there was one change to the card. I will address that when we get there about that fight and what happened. But with that said, let's go right into the card and let's go right into the event, I should say. And the first fight of the night that we're going to have here at the RWA show, let me try to pull this up quickly. And it is a match. And here it is, guys. For the RWA Tag Team Championship, the reigning champion. Well, all right. The reigning champions are the Killer T's, Tom Billington and Big T Phoenix. And they actually were going to be a part of the show. However, about a month ago, we found out that Big T Phoenix has been nursing an injury. His back has been bothering him. And he hasn't gotten the okay by the RWA medical staff. They said, T, I'm sorry. We can't allow you to fight. Your back is too jacked up. We can't allow you to fight. Okay. So Big T Phoenix tried to find a partner for Tom Billington. At first, they gave him Crimson Almeida, the heavy hitters who are the number one contenders, and kind of stole the tag team titles from them. They destroyed Crimson, took them right out, and basically now Crimson was out of the picture. So T Phoenix was looking, and he's like, you know what? I'll get you another partner. I found the perfect guy. Tom Billington turns around and is like, you know what? I found somebody for my team. I found somebody, and he's my guy. I trust him. I believe he's good for me, and he's the guy. So basically, once he announced who his partner was at the Devil's Night, let's just say Big T Phoenix was very upset with this decision because it was just Alex. Now, if you really look at it, hindsight on 2020 level, you're thinking, well, Alex seems like a good guy, seems like a trustworthy partner and everything else. But T Phoenix knows Alex a little more deeper, and he knows that in the past, Alex has screwed over quite a few people in his day, and according to T Phoenix, he cannot be trusted. Tom Billington is saying, I trust him. He's my partner. He's going to be my partner for the Thanksgiving Throwdown against the heavy hitters. So now the heavy hitters are thinking, this is probably the best scenario that we got. We're getting a shot at the Tag Team Championship, and for the first time, the tag team champions are going in there, and there might be some very major league uncertainty going into this fight. And if there's an opportunity, if you're a bookie in Vegas, you probably would think this would probably be the night where the tag team titles could indeed change hands. However, all bets are off on this one because of the fact that anything can happen in the RWA, and we've seen some shocking things appear in this situation. So, could this mean we could have new tag team champions? Or can Tom Billington, can Just Alex coexist as a unit and win the belts? Now, plus, on top of that, can Just Alex earn the trust of Big T Phoenix? Because Phoenix has made it very, very clear he cannot be trusted. He believes that Alex is going to screw over Tom Billington tonight. We got to see how this plays out. Whatever the case may be, a major fight is definitely going down, and the title could indeed change hands here tonight because of the fact that with the title on the line, with everything going on, who knows what can happen in this fight and what could happen in this card. All right, guys, so let's change up. And now, all right, here is the fight that's just been altered. It was for the Heights Championship. Originally, it was supposed to be a four-man, a fatal four-way for the title. Now we found out it's now a triple threat. Chris Cruz, David Baker, and Devin Blaze are going to fight for the title. Brandon Webb is out. He is now out of the fight due to he got sick, he got an illness, he's unable to go, and now we're down to 3. All right. Here's the interesting situation. Chris Cruz won the title about a month ago. However, Devin Blaze put his rematch clause in effect on the same night. And, by hook or by crook, there was some chicanery. And Devin Blaze won the belt back, becoming a 2-time champ. Now, he's got to put the title on the line. It was supposed to be fatal 4-way. Now it's a triple threat for the belt. And on top of that, with everything going on, this is an interesting situation because now we have 3 men going at it. And does Devin Blaze find a way to keep the belt? Could Chris Cruz regain the title that he lost about less than a month ago? And on top of that, David Baker is now involved. And who knows? Maybe David Baker walks out of this with the title in hand. We don't know. We'll wait and see what happens here. But what we can say is that expect some great chain wrestling action, some high-flying moves, and, we'll wait and see what happens here. This will be a very interesting dilemma and situation as the RWA Height Championship is on the line tonight. All right. The next match we got, oh my goodness. Let's just say this. The Influence, Jason Devine and Mike Montero goes up against Trainee number 1 and the Monster Mac. This is the RWA Tag Team Championship number 1 contenders match. It is international rules. 2 out of 3 falls in this contest. And like Monster Mac would say on the Mac Attack podcast, holy freaking crap! They are in for the shot, for the belt. Well, if they win, they get a guaranteed title shot at the belt. But let me tell you, Jason Devine and Mike Montero, the Influence, they have done so good lately. Not only have they been involved in RWA, but they also done some Beyond Wrestling. And actually, we got a Beyond Wrestling special fight. We'll get into that in a little bit. But both teams are definitely at the upper echelon, the top of the RWA tag team division. And tonight, we'll find out who the number one contender is. But remember, like I said, best 2 out of 3 falls. So you know that it's going to make this more dynamic, more exciting, more craziness. But I know the fans are going to eat this up. These are 2 well-respected tag teams. They're well-liked by the RWA faithful. And let's see what happens in this situation. Now, the Ace Mike Montero was, at the time, the longest-running RWA Hype champion. Jason Devine, also a former RWA Hype champ. And I believe both men have been former Triple Crown champions. I know Mike Montero has. I don't know if Jason Devine has. But I will say this. Now they want to win the tag team championship. And now this is a great opportunity. They've been winning some great matches as of late, getting some momentum. Tonight could be the night where they become the number one contenders. On the other hand, the Mac Attack. Very popular, hilarious as hell, man. These guys are nuts. And not only that, but they have held the RWA Tag Team Championship before, and now they want to get the belts back. So, now you got 2 great tag teams going at it. Expect some great action, very thrilling. Plus, it's 2 out of 3 falls. So expect a lot of time in the ring for these guys tonight. I'm expecting at least 10, 15 minutes for these guys. Whatever the case may be, it's exciting. It's going to be thrilling. It's going to be hard-hitting, hard impact action. So what are we going to get? We'll wait and see tonight. I can't predict the winner on this because I think it's going to be a great match. I'm excited. So, with that said, let's get into the next fight. And we have is this one, guys. All right. All you Beyond Wrestling fans, you guys know about the days at the Fed, which is actually not far from the Chop Shop where this show is going to be. There was a rivalry. 2 guys that generally did not like each other. Dave Cole and Anthony Stone. Tonight, they settled their differences in the ring at the RWA Chop Shop. And guys, this is the rubber match. They both won 1 apiece. Tonight is the rubber fight. Who will get that leg up? Who will get that 3rd victory? And it's a rivalry that even Beyond Wrestling fans have been loving and everything else. And now we get the special treat to see this fight in the Chop Shop tonight in our house. So now we get this, and we get this performance. Dave Cole, Anthony Stone. Oh my God, man. When I heard this fight, I was like, man, I've heard about these guys. How good is this rivalry? I swear to you guys, my Facebook blew up. And they're like, Mike, you're gonna want to see this fight. These guys are nuts. These guys, they have an intense rivalry. They genuinely do not like each other. And you are in for a treat. This fight is gonna be crazy. Intense. It's not even close to it. You're going to see a fight tonight, and it's going to be a brawl. So I'm excited. They got me jacked up. They got me excited. We'll see what happens here. And I cannot wait for this fight. This is one of the fights that I cannot wait for. Anthony Stone versus Dave Cole, a Beyond Wrestling showcase fight, a show me fight tonight. And this is going to be awesome. All right. Next up, we got 2 men who used to be members on the International Men of Honor. They are going to go at it. The Irish Warrior one-on-one versus Dante. Now, Dante really impressed the RWA faithful. The fans got rallied around him not too long ago on the on the RWA Devils night. I was there. I saw it. Dante looked very impressive. Now he goes up against one of his fellow former members of the International Men of Honor, the Irish Warrior. This is a grudge fight. Let's just call it the way we see it. It is a grudge match. These two guys used to be tag team partners, actually used to be members of the tag team champions with the International Men of Honor. Then they've disbanded. Now, what do we see? This fight tonight, how is this going to play out? We will wait and see what happens. I got to say, my money's on Dante. I got to put my money on Dante. I think he's going to win this fight. I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers there, but that's just my call, my prediction. I think Dante will win it, and then we will go from there. All right. Of course, the RWA has always solidified themselves on a marquee match. And this time around, the marquee fight that they're going to do is the Thanksgiving Throwdown. A 30-person over-the-top rope battle royale. Now, here's the thing. It is, let's just say it is definitely Rumble rules, which means two men will start the fight. Now, with time allotted, this is where it gets a little gray area. It could be 60 seconds. It could be 90 seconds. It could be 2 minutes. We don't know. But after the time is allotted, another superstar will enter the ring according to the number that they drew. That continues until all 30 have entered. And then eliminations can occur at any time. You're being thrown over the top rope. Both feet must touch the floor. The one person left standing in that ring when all competitors have entered will be declared the winner, and they get a golden ticket. That golden ticket guarantees them a RWA Triple Crown championship fight at elite status. The next major pay-per-view event or the next major RWA show that they will have that will go down February 2015. And also tonight during this show, they will announce the date and the location of elite status for that event. So we will find out where it will be held, and consequently, the main event could be set it up here tonight after the Thanksgiving Throwdown is all said and done. Now, I have heard rumors about who could be in this fight, and on top of that, they've also announced 27 men, 2 women. That's right. 2 women's going to be in this fight. And one surprise. Now, they were talking about a live animal. Lord have mercy if this actually happens. But I know RWA can be a little bunch of tricksters and jokesters. This comes out of the Monster Mac Attack, and the whole boys. Unless they got something up their sleeve that's out of right field that's gonna have us saying WTF. That's what I'm afraid of. That we're gonna get something out of right field that's out of nowhere that's gonna have us basically clamoring for our phones and saying, "You should have been here tonight. Look what just showed up." So we'll wait and see what happens. But whatever the case may be, this is going to be a fight to witness. A great match. I'm excited. I love Battle Royales. I love that Rumble style aspect because of the fact that because of that show in January from that company in Stamford, Connecticut, That's one of my favorite parts of the year when they have this event, because I get excited for that, because you never know what to expect in a Rumble style event because of the fact that you got 30 names. So picking a winner is like a needle in a haystack. Good luck trying to do that. But with a fight like this, you never know what to expect. So you got 30 people, well, 29, and God knows what the 30th is going to be. But it's going to be an exciting event, an exciting fight. And we got to wait and see what happens in that situation. Now, there was a fight that needs to be addressed or needs to be announced. And unfortunately, I don't know why, but I can't find it at all. But I will talk to you guys about it. And what it is that it was a I like to call it was supposed to be a survivor style fight. It's a 4-on-4, and it's actually, I'm gonna break it down here with you guys. It is what they call an 8-man fantasy draft type fight. Now, about a month ago, the RWA announced that they were going to have this fantasy draft. 2 people were going to get selected at random, and they get to pick 8 people to select on their team. And when they do, that team would become a team, and they would represent, and they would be survivor style teams. So Team Dara and Team Becky were comprised, and they got to pick one by one who is going to be in that fight. So for Team Daria, it is the amazing Michael Santana, Tommy Trainwreck, the Mind Eraser, Mike Grassa, and Mike Drastic. They are going to be one team. And Team Becky is comprised of Davey Cash, Angel Ortiz, Frank the Crank, and Jumpin' Jack Connor. So now, with this, it's such a different dynamic, and this is out of right field. So we don't know what to expect when it comes to this fight tonight, because of the fact that it is indeed elimination style survivor rules. First team to eliminate and wipe out the other team is the winner. Now, does that mean there's a special prize for the winner of the fight? We don't know. We don't know what to expect, but we do know is that this will be a very interesting dynamic, because it almost reminds me of the wild card fight back in the 1995 that event in Connecticut. I'm not going to mention their name, but it's like that fight. They had it in, I think it was in Andover, Maryland, at the U.S. Airway Arena back in 1995, and it was so unique and so interesting. That's why we got this time around tonight. With this fantasy draft, it's almost like a combination of faces and heels coming together to try to work as a team. And now that team is going to be either the winner or the loser. We'll find that out, especially here tonight. All right, that sets us up for the main event. And that is for the RWA Triple Crown Championship. The Heat, Chris Pyro, puts the title on the line against the unbalanced Messiah, Christopher Dozier, with his manager, J.J. Abrams as his manager. And it is going to be in a dog collar match. That's right, guys. They are going to put dog collars on both men and a chain to separate the two. It's going to be about 10 to 15 feet. About 10 to 15 feet. So there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And that chain can be used as a weapon. Somebody's going to get hurt tonight, and it's going to be one hell of a fight. Chris Pyro and Christopher Dozier has been on the collision course, and this goes all the way back to Dynasty, back at the East Providence Recreational Center, because of the fact that Dozier was looking for the face of the RWA. Pyro won the belt, got laid out, lost the belt, consequently that moment. And ever since then, these two men has been looking to try to get war. They've been trying to get each other. Both men's been sidetracked. Dozier's been yelling that Pyro's scared of him, that he's intimidated of him, that he's running like a chicken. But maybe it is, maybe it's not. Tonight, the war gets settled for the richest prize in the industry. Tonight, Chris Pyro gets his hands on the man that actually cost him the belt back in May. This is about 6 months in the making. Will this settle? Will this war be settled tonight? Or could this be just another log in the fire of a war? However, there isn't a third person involved in this. And the thing is that, and I want all you RWA fans to keep a close eye on this. Frank the Crank has a briefcase that he can cash in at any time, any place, anywhere. And it guarantees him a title shot at any belt he sees fit. That could be the tag team titles, the Hype Championship, or the Triple Crown title. He has made it very clear about a month ago that his desire was maybe to become the RWA Triple Crown champion, and that he could cash it in on the Thanksgiving Throwdown tonight. Now, if that's possible, who knows what will happen? Pyro might not walk out of this with the belt in hand. Dozier might not walk out of this with the belt in hand. Who knows? Frank the Crank could end up winning the whole thing and taking the belt. Whatever the case may be, we will play this out tonight, and we will see what will happen tonight. Whatever the case may be, this will be a thrilling main event for the whole world. And I cannot wait to see this for you guys, and I hope you guys are there tonight. Get there early. It looks like it's going to be a sellout. Be there. The doors open at 6:30. I will be there tonight. Oh my goodness, is what I would say. All right, guys. So that's it. The table's been set. The RWA Thanksgiving Throwdown is going down tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Remember, there has been a switch. It's not at the East Providence Recreational Center. It is at the Chop Shop in Providence at 681 Providence, Rhode Island, Broadway in Providence. With that said, thank you so much. I'm Mike Flecha. Hugs and hand pounds. I'm out. So long. I'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.